All right, all right, all right. All right. Go live. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? It is Call Me Live Saturday. Now, y'all know I usually do this on earlier, but I'm a little late today, but it's all good. So I am here. If you have questions, you can call me live. You can go to the link in my bio and get the number and call me live. Now, if you want to hear the phone calls, you have to go to YouTube. You will be able to hear the phone calls if you want to call me live. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to hear the live calls. Ow, that hurt. But you can still listen in to the answer. So if you guys want to call in, you got a question about government contracting, whatever the case may be, you can call in and we can talk. Whatever the case we may chat. Be, you can call in and we can talk. Whatever the case may chat. Be, you can call in and we can talk. Whatever the case may chat. You can call in and we can talk. Whatever the case may chat. You can call in and we can talk. Whatever the case may chat. I don't know if you hear echoes, y'all. I don't know if you hear echoes, y'all. Because I'm hearing echoes. Hold on. I don't know if you hear echoes, y'all. Because I'm hearing echoes. Hold on. I don't know if you hear echoes, y'all. Because I'm hearing echoes. Hold on. I don't know if you hear echoes. Okay, hold on. I don't know if you guys heard echoes. If you did, I'm very sorry. I did not. I don't know why they did that. What happened? I'm going to come back and stream again with that. But anyway, guys, it's Call Me Live. If you want to call me, you can go ahead and call me. Go to the link in my bio. Let me make sure it's turned on. You can get the phone number from there. You can actually call in, ask a question. Once again, if you're on YouTube, you'll hear the phone conversation. If you're not on YouTube, you won't hear the phone conversation. You'll just hear me. So let's get it started. Let me make sure I turn the Call Me Live on. Where is it? Right here. Okay. So once again, I usually do this in the morning. But, you know, stuff happened. But I did want to go live because I haven't been live in a good little minute. So I definitely want to make sure your eyes, you can see that. So go ahead and call me live if you have a question, comment, concern. You want to answer something about government contracting. You can go ahead and call me. Go to the link in my bio. Right now, you can call me. Phone lines are open. I'm only going to be doing this for 1 hour. So if you got something, go ahead and call in. But while we wait for people to call in, because y'all be scared to be calling in. I get it. Oh, let me go live here. Oh my God. Since when did Instagram since when did Instagram you can't go live on Instagram unless you got 1,000 followers? Ain't that about a beep? Okay, so that's crazy. That's crazy. I cannot believe that. I'm really shocked with that. I am really shocked that you can't go live on Instagram. When did they change that? That's crazy. Anyway, I'm live now. If you guys have a question about government contracting, if you want to know something somebody didn't answer, go ahead and give me a call. Phone lines are open. If you are YouTube or Facebook, go ahead into the link, the description link, and the phone number will be there as well. So, I'm gonna try one thing. How do I do this? I don't know. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'm trying to go live in this community. Am I still live? Oh, okay. I think I'm still live. I'm not sure or not. But I guess I'll figure it out at the end. All right, guys. Once again, welcome to Call Me Live Now. If you are interested in anything, getting answers in the government contracting or whatever the case may be, you can call me now. Now, I don't mean call me like, hey, call me through the phone. I mean actually call me. You go to the link in my bio, dial the number. You will be on live. And if you're on if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to hear the call. If you're on if you're on this platform, you will not be able to hear the call, but you'll still be able to hear me answer the call. So I'm here to answer any questions that you have about government contracting. So now's your chance. All right. As we wait for people to come in, I'm going to, talk about some things about government contracting. So for those of you who do not know me, I am the Proposal Pro Coach. I have been doing government contracting. I like to call myself a Federal Concierge. I have been doing this for about 3 years. I started November 2021. 2022. Oh no, it ain't been 5 years. I've been doing this since 2021. Yeah, it's been 5 years. Oh my God. I didn't know it was been 5 years. I thought it was always 3 because I started in 2022. 2022, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. I've been doing this more than I thought. And I love it. I used to work a regular job, degular job, just like a lot of you guys. Got tired of it. I actually was fired from my job. I ain't even talk about how that went. But I was kicked out, I'm going to say, scandalized on from my job. But you know what? It was the best thing that ever happened to me because it was right before the pandemic. And I used to work at the airport with the Department of Homeland Security. I used to work at the airport. So when they let me, and y'all want to know the funny thing is, it was a whole big thing. But the funny thing is, I was actually getting ready to quit 2 weeks before they let me go. I had said it like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I set on my calendar to quit my job. I set on my calendar, freedom is coming tomorrow. For those of you who know about Serafina, y'all know that reference. But I had set it on my camera to actually quit. My calendar to actually quit. They let me go 2 weeks before I was set to actually quit, which was great because I was able to get unemployment. Everything was good. I was not mad. I was still shocked that they came to that conclusion. Anybody ever got fired by a job? You put a 1 in the chat. If you don't want to say, if it's too embarrassing, it's cool. But put a 1 in the chat if you ever been fired by a job, right? So I actually got fired, but I was not mad because I was getting ready to quit 2 weeks anyway. But they just saved me time because now I'm able to get unemployment. Because I believe when you quit a job, you don't get unemployment. But because they let me go, I was able to get unemployment. And this was perfect timing because the pandemic was just getting started. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Working with the Department of Homeland Security was cool. But y'all as passengers, ooh, Lord, y'all don't listen, okay? And for those TSA agents out there, believe me, I still feel you. I see y'all every time I go to the airport. I understand the annoyance of these passengers. Matter of fact, I made a rap about these passengers. But in any case, I understood how everything goes. So I did not want to be at the airport during the pandemic. I actually know people, and I'm pretty sure you guys know people too. I actually know people who actually, oh my God, I keep saying actually. I know people who passed away during the pandemic. Okay, they passed away because they were working, no PPE, whatever the case may be. And honestly, the Department of Homeland Security, TSA, they didn't care. They just wanted people to get through. It was a panic. You could not shut down the airport. Like, that was not a thing, right? So it was a panic. So they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't look out for us, which is why I keep saying, y'all keep working for these companies that don't give a beep about you. And the pandemic showed that people was getting sick after sick. They wanted people to come in. They did not care about your health or safety. They just wanted to get people through the lines. Now, I'm not saying all companies do that, and I'm not saying all companies did that. What I'm saying is the Department of Homeland Security did that. Okay, because a lot of people that I know, when I worked at ORD, shout out to Chicago. When I worked at ORD, I know some people who actually died because of the pandemic. Okay. Now, because honestly, nobody took it seriously. I mean, I did. I didn't think they was gonna shut down the whole world. I thought, like, you can't shut down the whole world. But it happened. I get it and I understand now. But I thought it, I thought it was real. A lot of people did not. And so because of it, their ignorance, that's what happened. But anyway, I was cool because I was at home. I was at home. I was doing some Ubering, and I mean not Ubering. I was doing Lyft. And y'all, whether you want to know it or not, if you're looking for something quick to do, some quick money or whatever, Lyft is Lyft or Uber is a really good, thing to do. I'm just saying. You don't have to do that, but I'm just saying if you're looking for some quick cash, Lyft and Uber. I wouldn't say the eats part. I'm talking about like the driving around people part. That it is good money. I was making like $500 a week, but I was driving a lot as well. Okay, but anyway, I was at home and I was chilling. I was happy. My unemployment was going. I didn't have to worry about all the rigmarole of people trying to get unemployment because of the pandemic was taking over. I was good. All right. But I knew the pandemic wasn't going to last forever. Now, it lasted 2.5 years, and I never knew you can be on unemployment for 2.5 years. Never knew you can be on unemployment for 2.5 years. But because pandemic, it's the pandemic, it extended itself. All right, guys, if you're just joining me, you can actually call me live. You can call the number in my link tree. Go to the link in my bio. You can actually call the number and speak to me live and ask me any questions that you have about government contracting. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, you'll be able to hear the call. If you're not, which is TikTok, you won't be able to hear the call, but you can hear me answer. Okay, so as I'm just talking, wait for people to call in. If anybody's brave enough to actually call in, you can either comment or go ahead and call in. Okay, so anyway, so the pandemic hit. I was on unemployment. I stopped driving Lyft because ain't nobody got time to get sick. So I stopped driving Lyft and I was stuck inside. But I knew the pandemic wasn't gonna last forever, but it did last for 2.5 years. Now, in this time, y'all, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like a lot of y'all out there in a job, trying to figure out what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? What I need something else. This is not working for me, right? Unfortunately, I didn't have the option to think those. I just had to figure something out. So, as the pandemic was starting to wind down and things were starting to open back up and grants, because I was living off of unemployment, they gave us food, they gave us, going to the and y'all go to them food banks. Them food banks, especially in Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. Oh, I kind of missed it there a little bit. Shout out to Chicago. Y'all have the best food banks. And if your city got a good food bank, go ahead and shout your city out too. But Chicago, I'm telling you, ooh, them food banks was good. Like, okay, all right, food banks. But go to your local food bank. Go donate to your local food bank. Okay, anyway. So I was getting food banks, I was getting rental assistance, I was getting everything everybody else was getting. Okay. But once again, I knew that wasn't gonna last. 2.5 years I was on unemployment, getting assistance, doing good. But I had to figure something else out to do. And I didn't know what that was. So I was just like, please, 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 I need to sign. I need to figure out something out because I'm not gonna have no more money left. I need help. You guys have that friend who always sends stuff to you via messaging or via, DMs or whatever, always sending you like videos or like messages, inspirational stuff, always sending to you all the time. Well, I had a friend like that. Shout out to my friend. Thank you. And I actually called her and I thanked her too. But I had a friend like that, right? She sent me these videos all the time. She sent me one video about a guy doing government contracting who made tens of hundreds of dollars. I think he made, I don't know if he made like 20, 30,000. I don't remember. But he made tens of hundreds of dollars shipping iPads to the federal government. Shipping iPads to the federal government. And guess what? He didn't even have to buy them. He didn't have to package them. He didn't have to go to the UPS to ship them. He didn't even have to provide them. All he did was get with a company. I think he got with Best Buy and was like, here, I got a contract. I got a contract for iPads. I need you to ship, I don't know, I'm going to make up a number. I need you to ship 500 iPads to this location. Here's our government contract. And guess what? They did it. They did it. They shipped the iPads to wherever they were supposed to go. Whether it was computers or iPads, I can't remember. But they shipped it to where it was supposed to go. He coordinated, make sure that, tracking it, make sure they whatever. He let the contract officer know, hey, it's going to be delivered this time. Make sure you blah, blah, blah. Like he coordinated it, but he never had to pay any money up front. And he never had to do any shipping. He never had to provide the iPads. All he had to do was find a company who did it and let them know, I need you to send this over. Here's my government contract. Let's work together. Now, that was the video. But mind you, that's not the first time. I didn't get all that information the first time she sent me the video. No, I ignored the first time because she always sending me stuff in Instagram DMs. I ignored the first time. I ignored the second time. And then when she sent it to me 3 times, she sent it to me 3 times the same exact video. I wish I could still find that video. 3 times she sent it to me. The third time I finally watched it and I realized it was about the guy selling government contract. Doing the iPad thing. Guys, if you're joining me, remember you can call me live, ask me any questions. Call me live right now. I am live. The phone lines are open. We're only going to be open about 30 more minutes. So go ahead and call me. If you got a question about government contract, go ahead into the link and give me a call. Or the link in my bio, you can get the phone number. All right, so she sent me all this stuff. I ignored it 3 times. I watched it. That's what it was about. And you know what? When I saw that, I was like, this is what I can do. This is something that's not going to cost me money. I don't have to apply to anything to do it. And honestly, y'all, I really, my resume had not been up for like years. I hadn't done a resume in years, and I didn't feel like doing another resume. So when I saw the government contracting video, I was like, that's it. Just like Michael Jackson said, this is it. I am going to figure out how to do this because I think this is going to get me out of my situation. And a lot of you guys see videos about government contracting and you wonder, like, is this real? This don't seem, it's too good to be true, right? If it's too easy, it must be a scam. That's what people say. And it's kind of sad. I get why we say that. I 100% get why we say that. But it's really sad that we say that. Why is it that we always feel like we have to go through the brush, go through the fire, go through the headaches, the whatever, to get something good on the other side? I don't understand why we have to do that, but we do. In any case, I had no choice and I had no time to think about whether this was a scam or not. I saw something that I could potentially be doing that can get me out of my situation. So I looked into it. Government contracting, guys. I looked into it, and of course, to learn how to do it, nobody was giving that information out for free. Now, yes, I could go out. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Yes, I could go out for free and look it up and learn how to do it. But how much time is that gonna cost me? Remember, pandemic is about to open up. My rental assistant is ending. The food is ending. Unemployment is ending. I need to figure something out, right? So I found the person who bought the iPad, who did the iPad contract. I looked him up. He had a course. At this time, it was courses. And mind you, I've never bought a course before. I wasn't into, I was into self-development and stuff, but it's more like learning how to play the piano or violin or learning signs or something junk like that, right? I never did business stuff. God, I gotta tell you something. Y'all have to get out, y'all. It's gonna be hard to say, but y'all need to get out. Y'all need to find a group of people who are business oriented. And I'm not talking about you got to dress up and you got to go to this and that. I'm talking about people who love talking about business and developing themselves. If you're not in a group of people who are talking about business and developing themselves and how they can make more money and how they can expand and all that other stuff, you're in the wrong group of people because you're not going to go anywhere with those people. And I realized that as we grow older, you know that saying when they be like, friends, we grow apart, like we grow older, we grow apart. That's true. A lot of the people that I used to hang out with, I don't hang out with anymore. I don't really communicate because now, not to sound bougie or anything, I feel like they're not on my level. They're not my 100. For those of you who know what that means, you know what I mean, right? But they're not my 100. And so I realized that I had to develop my own new group of circles. So I started buying a course. But listen, that government contracting course, yo, it didn't come easy. And I know a lot of you right now going through this exact same thing. That government contracting course didn't come easy because that course costs money. And once again, like I said, I never bought courses before like that. So to see that much money, and I'm gonna tell y'all the price of it, and y'all gonna be like, that ain't a lot. I paid more for that, blah, 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 blah. But at the time, for me, that was a whole bunch of money. That course cost $1,200. $1,200. And at the time, that was a lot to me. How could a course cost $1,200? That is crazy. A course should not cost that much money, but it did. But I knew government contracting was going to get me out of my situation. So I had to figure something out. Now, this is the kicker, y'all. This is the kicker, which is what y'all don't know. Y'all kind of might know about this. But remember, I was on unemployment. I was on food stamps. I was on a rental assistance during the pandemic, which a lot of us was on. So I didn't have no money left. I didn't have no money left. The only thing I had left was $1,500. That was the only money I had left. And I'd be wondering, like, what the hell happened to all the money that I had? During the pandemic, nothing was open. I was getting on unemployment and I was actually making more money than I ever. So where did my money go? I don't know. You ever wonder where your money goes? Like, I don't even know. But anyway, I only have $1,500 left to my account. And the course cost $1,200. And rent was $1,600. So you make that make sense. I had $1,500 left in my account. The course was $1,200 and rent was $16. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Okay, for those of you joining me, pausing the story before those of you joining me, I am live. Call me live now. You can actually go to the link in my bio or in the description if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Call me now. You can actually answer and get questions to your answers. Get answers to your questions by calling me live if you want to. If y'all ain't scared to actually dial a number and call me live. Yes, you will be live. Your voice will be here. YouTube and Facebook will hear you. TikTok, unfortunately, you won't, but you'll hear me answer. Okay? So back to my story. All right, number's in the link in the bio. Number is in the link in the bio or in the description. Okay? So $1,500 to my name, $1,600 rent, $1,200 course. What you to do? What is there to do? I mean, y'all probably can figure out what I did, but what was there to do? What would you do? Would you try to figure it out? Would you say, nah, I can't do this. This not, I can't do it. I don't have the money, right? That's a lot of y'all excuses. I don't have the money. But what y'all not realizing, and what I shortly didn't realize until I came to my senses, because I mean, y'all figure out, y'all knew exactly what I did, because look where I am today. So y'all can figure out what I did. But I had to come to my senses, like, if my excuse is I don't have the money, then the reason why I should get the course is because I don't have the money. Because I know this course is going to help me to get the money. And a lot of you guys are stuck on, I don't have the money. I don't have the things. But let me tell you something. If something came out that you really wanted, guess what? You're going to figure out how to get that money. I always say people going to do my saying, and you can ask any of my friends, people are going to do exactly what they want to do no matter what. So I don't want to hear the excuse. Stop lying to yourself. It's not that you don't have it, it's that you don't want it. That's what it is. So I had to quickly learn and had to get out that mindset. Like, look, I need this. I can't afford not to have this. So y'all know what I did? I spent my rent money. I spent my rent money on this course. The course taught me the bone basics of government contracting. How to use SAM.gov, how to register on SAM.gov. At that time, we needed a DUNS number. You do not need a DUNS number, guys. If you're registering on SAM.gov, you don't need a DUNS number. It's good to have one for business purposes, but you no longer need one to register in SAM.gov. But get a DUNS number. How to read, well, it ain't tell you how to read a solicitation, but how to search for solicitations. How to, I'm trying to remember the course, like just very bone dry basic. It was a very basic course. Now, this course did come with meetings, so y'all know I was up in them meetings asking all the questions in the world, as I always do, because that's just how I am. Right? So I'm asking all the questions, getting all the answers, and guess what? The questions that I was asking, you want to know what they were doing for me? Nothing. You want to know why? Because I was stalling. You want to know who else is stalling? You and you and oh, that's not a lie. Y'all are stalling. Y'all keep asking all these questions that have everything to do with everything else but submitting. Going through the actual process and submitting. Y'all are stalling. You are stalling. So I did that. I stalled y'all for, you want to know how long I stalled for? I stalled for 6 months. I stalled just like you. I need to learn this. I need to know why this works. I need to know how invoicing works. Why am I trying to figure out how invoicing works? And I ain't even won no contract. I haven't even won nothing, and you trying to figure out how invoicing works. You trying to figure out how you gonna get the sub to do the job, or if they want to get paid, or how they want to get paid. You trying to figure out how you do taxes. You trying to figure out everything else but how to submit. Why? Because you're stalling. What's the reason you stalling? Maybe you're afraid. I don't like using the word afraid anymore, but I know that's a lot of people use. You're afraid to get started. You're afraid to mess up. I like to use the word nervous. You're afraid to get started. You're afraid to mess up. You're afraid it's not going to work out. Why are you stalling? Guys, ask if you find yourself in a position in government contracting, learn how to do this, and you're stalling, and deep down, we can't lie to ourselves. So if you know you're stalling, I want you to put in the comments what you're stalling, why you're stalling. Put it in the comments why you're stalling on submitting. You're doing everything else. Oh, I need to get a new computer. I need a new space. I need a letterhead. I need a capability statement. I need a technical statement. I need to contact vendors. I need to do networking. Like, what are you waiting for? Everything you said, yes, you should do eventually. None of that is going to help you to win. None of that. You know what helps you win? Submitting. So I took 6 months stalling like a lot of you, and I didn't submit. Not one thing. Because I always needed to learn something else. Because I was stalling. But if it wasn't for my group, that's why I said, guys, you got to have a group of like-minded people who are going to propel you and excite you and support you in your business ventures. I had my group, the Boom Group. Y'all may have heard it. Y'all may have seen the video of the Boom Group, right? I created a group called the Boom Group where we would get together every week. And matter of fact, only two of us still get together, but we would get together every single week, work on solicitations, practice talking to subs, get support. We did all of that. I had that group. And in that group, because we were supporting each other, I decided to do we decided to do a competition. Who could submit the most proposals in a month? Who could submit the most proposals in a month, right? And so because we started like putting lunch on the line, I was like, okay, I'm game. Let's go. Let's go. You know what happened? You know what happened, y'all? When I finally started submitting, not waiting to get a computer, not trying to learn more, not trying to figure out invoicing, not trying to do taxes, not trying to find vendors, not trying to create statements. You know what happened when I started submitting? I actually won. Can you believe that? I actually won a proposal when I started submitting. Who knew that submitting a proposal would actually get you to win? Did you know that? Did you know that? Well, that's what happened. I won my first proposal. I believe it's 3 proposals submitted in. The first proposal I ever submitted was for, I believe, it was for, they wanted a room at a hotel or something. I think the second proposal I ever submitted, and I love that proposal. I fell in love with that. Don't listen, y'all. Do not fall in love with your proposals because you're gonna get heartbroken if you don't win. All right, I really wanted that proposal so bad. But the second proposal that I ever submitted was for barber teacher at the prisons. They wanted to start teaching prisoners how to do hair. I would have loved that. I still want one like that. But that was my second one. My third proposal ever submitted was the horse training for Fort Huachuca. And guess which one I won? That one. That was 3 submissions in, which was, I would say, within a couple of weeks of each other. 3. And I won. Y'all out here trying to figure out one and getting scared or getting nervous and quitting, and you don't even know that your win is 2 away or 1 away or 0 away. But y'all out here trying to figure out which course to go to, who to listen to, how your logo is going to look. But you're not doing the one thing that's going to help you to win, which is to submit. What's up with that? Guys, remember, I'm live right now. You can call me to ask me any government contracting question you have. We got about 30 more minutes? We got about 30 more minutes. So if you want to call, go to the link in the bio or go to the description. The number is scrolling on the screen. You guys can actually call in and get your government contracting questions asked, okay? Don't be scared. I'm here. I'm here for you. All right? But yes, my third submission, I won horse training, 5-year contract. So that meant for the next 5 years, I was going to be making steady income. Now, remember where I started from. Getting fired, not sure what I'm going to do, spending my rent money, to now being secure for the next 5 years. Now, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was, look, when you go from $0, when you go from $0 to no more $0, it feels like a lot. Okay? But let me tell you what that did for me, though. Let me tell you what winning that first contract did for me. It put a fire in me. Remember, we were on a competition in my Boom group, and it lit a fire. I was like, you know what? Let's go. So I started bidding after bidding after bidding after bidding. And that Boom competition started in March-ish. April, May, June-ish, or whatever. so I started bidding and bidding and bidding. Now, mind you, I didn't win every one that I bidded. I didn't. But I won a lot. Because in 6 months after that competition, I won 12 contracts. In 6 months. That's roughly 2 contracts per month that I was being awarded. All because I was motivated to stop making excuses and start doing the one thing that was going to get me the results that I wanted, and that was to submit a proposal. Something you guys are not doing. Something you guys are preventing or talking yourself out of doing. Listen, you can have another job. You can have other priorities and still submit a proposal. Because what if the one you submit is the one you win? Then what you gonna say? Oh, you know what I'm gonna say? I told you. I told you. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I'm gonna go gospel on you. Because it's so simple to submit, and y'all out here not doing it. I want to sometimes. But everybody got to learn. They got to go through their own thing. I get it. I get it. But why are you struggling doing it? I'm trying to help y'all not to struggle. So 12 contracts in 6 months. 12 contracts in 6 months. And it was good. It was great. I had developed a system. I had developed a way to succeed. Y'all want to know the key to winning? Y'all want to know the secret to winning government contracts? And it's not really a secret at all. The secret to winning government contracts is to submit. Y'all gonna be like, what? Come on, Trinette, that ain't no secret. Duh. How else you gonna even get in the game if you don't submit? Exactly. That's exactly the point that I'm trying to make. How else are you gonna get in the game if you don't submit? That's the biggest problem that people are having. Not submitting. So this is what I've came up with, guys. I noticed that there is a problem, a disconnect when it comes to learning government contracts. A lot of people are trying to research and do and do and research and do, but they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing, but doing stuff that's not submitting. And if you're not submitting, then you're not submitting. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I came up with something. I don't know if any of you guys years ago I did a video called Watch Me Submit, because I wanted to show y'all how easy it was to actually submit a proposal, that you could do it in 1 hour. I think it was an hour. I think the video was an hour, but that you could do it in 1 hour. And I went through the entire thing. I found a solicitation online. As y'all was watching me, I found a solicitation online. Y'all heard me talk to the subcontractor. Y'all saw me break down the scope of work. Y'all heard the subcontractor give me a quote, right? Y'all heard the subcontractor give me a quote. Y'all saw me do pricing, meaning how much money I was putting on top. I explained that a little bit. Y'all saw me do that. Y'all saw me put the proposal together, and y'all saw me submit it to the contracting officer, all in under 1 hour. I did that. And y'all saw how easy it was. So then I thought, okay, well, if y'all can see how easy it is for me to do it, why don't I show you how easy it is for you to do it? That's why I created the Watch Us Submit workshop. Guess what, guys? I'm doing another workshop. Watch Us Submit workshop. The best submitting workshop in the U.S. Don't believe me? Ask the people who come. The best submitting workshop in the U.S. Your problem as to why you're not winning government contracts is because you're not submitting. Now, for those of you who are like, ooh, I think that sounds interesting, let me give you a little taste. You come into a room, you spend 3 days with me going through every single step, holding your hand, going through every step of the proposal process, making sure you leave with no questions, making sure you have no questions, making sure you have all the answers you need. And by the end, you're actually submitting a real proposal that is eligible for award and that you could win. It's the best. The best, what they call on-the-job training. No more thinking, no more researching, no more making excuses. You leave with a submitted proposal because that is the goal. Nobody walks out without submitting. What's that movie? Nobody leaves this place without singing the blues. Y'all might be too young for that. If you know that reference, throw it in the chat. But nobody leaves this place without singing the blues. So I'm going to say nobody leaves this place without submitting a proposal. Nobody leaves this place without submitting a proposal. I'm going to go watch that movie too. That's how it is. So listen, if you want time to talk to me, I'm still live. Go to the link in the bio. You can actually call me live. Get whatever questions you have, you want answered. The phone number is scrolling on the screen, and you can go to the link in my bio to get the phone number. But I'm only going to be here like 15 more minutes, okay? But listen, if that has been your stuck point, submitting, this is the workshop for you. My next workshop is the end of July. Okay, so you have plenty of time to figure this out. In the link in my bio, on my website, theproposalproacademy.com/training. Go take a look. I have all the information you need about the workshop there. Go take a look to see what it's going to change for you and secure your ticket. Now, my team has convinced me to do something I don't normally do. My ticket is normally $2,500 for this 3-day intensive. All right? $2,500 for this 3-day intensive. My team has convinced me to do a little fast action bonus. For those of you who take action fast, meaning don't be like me. Well, no, I did take action fast, but I had no choice but to take action fast. But those who are ready to take action fast and learn how to submit and actually submit and stop thinking and researching, not stop thinking, y'all know what I mean. Stop overthinking and researching. For those of you who are ready to take action, I am offering a discounted price, or I am lowering my price to $19.97. But that's only till June 30th. After June 30th, prices will resume at $2,500. And listen, y'all, I like to keep my workshops small because I want to make sure you feel a one-on-one experience. So I don't have a lot of people in my workshop, and I'm only taking I'm only taking up to 30 people. We got a call, guys. All right, let's see. What's going on? You're on the phone with the Proposal Pro Coach. Who am I speaking with?
This is May.
Hey, Miss May, what's going on?
Not so much. What's going on with you?
I am live, and I am ready to answer whatever questions you got. What you got for me?
Okay, good. So my question is, how do you find the best company to pair with, partner with, like for proposal? Like, how do you find the best company? Is it Google or
Or something else.
basically that's my question.
Yes. Okay. So for those of you who can't hear, Miss May asked, how do you find the best companies to work with when you're working on a proposal? So that's what she just asked, which is a really good question because like if we don't work with subcontractors, we ain't got no proposal. Like like what we gonna do? We ain't doing the work ourselves. So how do you find the best companies? Well, there are a couple of things, Miss May, you can do. Google is the number one place we go. You know Google Maps? Miss May, you there?
You said yes,
Yeah,
Google Maps.
you
You
know
said
Google Maps, right? So you go to Google Maps,
yes,
and Google Maps is like I think we both old enough to remember the yellow pages, right? Google Maps,
yes.
the Google Maps is like the yellow pages, right? Nowadays, all you have to do is type in what you're looking for, and it'll pull up all the businesses in that area. So what I like to do is I like to go to Google Maps. I like to type in what the work is done. So, for example, if you're working on a solicitation for janitorial services, I like to type in Google Maps, janitorial services in the search bar, and I like to also put in the zip code of the area that the work needs to be done. And I put in the zip code, and it'll search janitorial services in that zip code. And guess what? You pick from those. That's how you find your vendors.
Okay.
Now, there is another thing that a lot of people don't use. I tell my students this all the time so that they're aware of it. But a lot of people don't think about the Chamber of Commerce. You know what the Chamber of Commerce is?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
People don't think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, they
Chamber,
have business information.
yes, about all businesses. And those businesses be like, sometimes they be mom and pop, small local businesses that's not even on Google Maps. So you kind of get a different group of people to kind of search if Google Maps doesn't turn out good. So, Google Maps, Chamber of Commerce, and then just the basic Google search, you can do that as well. But Google Maps is our go to. So, that is how you can find subcontractors for the stuff that you're working with. Now, whether they're good or not, you could read the reviews. I tell people look for the red flags and when you're talking to them, but that's how you find the people. And then when you find the people, make sure when you find somebody who's good, who gets back to you fast, gets you a quote and all that stuff, make sure you actually get their information and hold on to that. A lot of you guys are not holding on to the vendors that you contact because you're just thinking of them as, oh, I'm just gonna get a quote and I'm gonna get off. But start holding on to them because you can develop a vendors list, which is what I'm doing. I teach my students to do. That way, when you start looking for the same thing in the same area, you already got a person. You ain't really got to search.
Okay.
So that is how you find it. Thank you for the question. That was a really good question.
Yes, now I actually do have one more question
Go
if you have
ahead.
time for that.
We got time because everybody else scared to call. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Okay. So when I submitted, well, I reached out to a company before my, um, the first thing I did was ask them if they could do the work. But it seems like I should be asking them for a quote because I already know that what type of company they are. So they should be able to do the work. So my first question should be asking for a pricing quote. Is that correct?
Okay, so you said okay. So Ms. May asked when you called a company, you already know that they did the work. So when you say I already knew they did the work, are you talking about you already know that they do that kind of work, or you already know that they do the work specifically do the work for the area you're looking for?
Yeah, so I should, if I'm contacting them, I should already know that they do that type of work, that kind of work.
Oh, you're asking. So you want to know when you contact somebody, should you already know if they do that kind of work? So that's a really good question
Mhm.
too. Nobody's ever phrased that question like that. So remember, we Google Google is not 100% sure. Google is not 100% correct, right? So we know that Google
Yes.
Maps got businesses that's out of not order, businesses that's out of business still on there. They got businesses they say is one thing and it's something else. So you'll never know. I mean, yeah, you can type it in janitorial, and if you see janitorial, you'll ask them, hey, you assume that it's janitorial, but you'll never know, and you don't have to go in knowing that this business does janitorial. Now, don't call a donut shop and be like, hey, do you do janitorial in your work? So you still gotta put the um the job with the actual search, but you don't have to go in knowing that this company does janitorial, because the thing you're gonna do is you're gonna ask them, hey, do you do janitorial for this services, blah 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 blah, and they're gonna tell you yes or no, because even though they might do the work, they might not do the type of work you looking for. Even though you might just put janitorial in, they may not do floors. They may not do waxing, and maybe your thing calls for floors to be waxed. So the only way you're going to know if somebody actually does the physical work is to call them. And no, you don't have to know this upfront.
Oh, okay. All right. And then you should get the pricing. Oh,
Well, so hopefully you'll get the quote. Hopefully that's the goal, to get the quote, right? But you'll ask them
mm-hmm.
if they do the work. If they say yes, then you send them the information. They can't just give you a quote if they don't know what they're doing. Like, what's the quote for? So you'll send them the
Okay.
information. They'll look at it, and then hopefully they'll give you a quote back. Now, I will say some people actually give you a quote over the phone, which is great for those that you do, because once you get the quote, you submitting. That's like, I'm 90% done. It means there's other stuff you need to do, but once you get the quote, no matter what you submitting, you know that you've passed the threshold to submit a proposal. So call them. Hey, do you do this? Here's the information. Can I get a quote? And then they'll let you know yes or no. But that's how that goes.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you for calling in, Miss May, the only brave one that want to call in. Y'all also want to be scared. Well, all right. Thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All
Bye
right. Bye.
bye.
All right, guys. See how simple that was? Miss May called in. She got her question answered. Hopefully, you know, y'all can see now that's how it goes. So y'all don't have to be scared. But yes, that was a really good question. When you call in subcontractors, where do you find them? And when you calling them, should you know that they do the work already? And then how do you go about getting a quote, or how do you go about asking them to give you the quote? So thank you so much for calling in. Okay. All right, guys, we almost out of time. We got about 7 minutes left, so you still got time to call if y'all want to call. Go to the link in the bio or in the description if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook. Call me. Oh, well, actually, the number is scrolling on the screen on Facebook and YouTube. So go ahead and call me if you want. Okay, and if you're on my TikTok, go to the link in my bio and call. I'm here to answer whatever questions y'all have about government contracting. So y'all got some time. I got 7 minutes left. And then, of course, if you have any questions, what's up, Jasmine? Oh, Miss Ivy. If you got any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat as well. So back to the Watch Us Submit workshop. Remember, this is a workshop that is going to 100% guarantee to give you what you haven't given yourself. Ooh, that was deep, right? It's going to 100% guarantee to give you what you have not been able to give yourself. And that is either your first submission or your most what's the word that I use? I forgot the word that I used. Your most effective submission or proposal. And then you leave with knowing how to do the steps to take back home to your office and continue submitting. Because if you don't submit, you don't win. That's the logic. That's the logic. Stop making excuses, y'all. Start submitting. So once again, for those of you who are ready to stop making excuses for themselves, for yourselves, to actually do the one thing that you can't do on your own and you want somebody to hold your hand and go through the whole process, go to the link in my bio. Go visit don't put the www. I don't have wwws. Go to theproposalproacademy.com/training to get more information on the Watch Us Submit workshop, 3-day intensive. Remember, fast action bonus, $19.97. Prices will go back up to $2,500 June 30th. So now is the time. That's the lowest it's ever going to be. Now is the time to get it. Now listen, if you really want to come to this workshop and you're like, Trina, I'm trying to figure something out, please, like, can we talk? Can we blah, blah, blah? Message me. Go to the link in my bio, schedule a book a call with me. Let's talk. I'm a reasonable person. Maybe we can work something out. But you have to make the phone call. You have to make the phone call. End of July, Watch Us Submit 3-day intensive is going to get you your 100% results that you haven't gotten yourself of submitting your first or most effective proposal. Fast action bonus, $19.97, expires June 30th. Prices will resume to $2,500 after June 30th. And then closer to the workshop, prices are going up again. So now is the best time to get your ticket. Okay? All right, guys, we got 4 minutes left. Guys, I am really excited. Well, I would like to be excited for you guys to call in to ask your questions. I will do this every now and then. Hold on. When did TikTok do this? How they gonna have me stop my live in the middle to do a stupid puzzle? That's so rude. That's rude, TikTok. Why would you have me stop my live in the middle to do a stupid puzzle to keep going? That's so dumb. Anyway, go get your tickets, guys. I'm here. It's going to be fun. You're going to submit a proposal. And if you win the proposal you submit in the workshop, I'm about to say y'all got to give me some money, but y'all already gave me money. If you win a proposal in the workshop, I'm going to talk. Okay, we got another call, guys. We got another call. What's going on? You on the phone with the Proposal Pro Coach. Who am I speaking with?
Cheryl.
What's going on, Cheryl? How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
Awesome. Okay, so what you got for me?
So my question is, how do you keep motivated and keep going when you feel that you should be further down the line than where you are?
Oh wait, this Miss Cheryl?
Yeah, you're Miss Cheryl.
Okay, you know I don't call you by your first name. Why you ain't say Miss Cheryl? I'm calling you by your first name. Okay, Miss Cheryl. Okay, so Miss Cheryl asked, how do you stay motivated when you feel like you should be further down the line? Ooh, that's a hard question. That's a hard question because this is the thing. As I mentioned before, sometimes, we grow out of our what do you call it? Our close circle. And when you don't have people in your close circle who are supporting you, like-minded like you, business-oriented, like talking always how they can propel themselves, it kind of is like you don't have no motivation to keep going. I mean, besides your self-motivation, which we all know if that could be bottled up, that person would be a quadrillion, jabillionaire. Because if we could motivate ourselves to do what we're supposed to do, nobody would ever have problems. But because we can't, we got to find, I feel like you have to find some type of group to support you, to motivate you if you can't do it yourself. Remember, government contracting is not just for Well, government contracting is not for, what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you don't have to go the pace you see other people going. A lot of times we compare ourselves to other people. And I do this very badly when it comes to the coaching program I'm in. I feel like, oh, I should be better at this. And I'm comparing myself to the coach who got years of experience. Like, what am I doing? So when you are in government contracting, you got to remember to go at your pace. Whatever pace that is, that's what you go with first. Because you first got to establish the pace, right? You can't just jump to 1,200 proposals a month. I mean, you could, but you got to grow to that. Just like you got to crawl, to walk, to run. That's what you got to grow to. Okay, so I know y'all, believe me, if I could snap my fingers and be 30 pounds without having to do, not 30 pounds, 30 pounds lighter without having to do the physical work, I would do that in a heartbeat. If you could snap your fingers and have submitted 500 proposals, you could do that. We never want to go through the trials and tribulations of getting there. But to be honest, that's the best way to motivate yourself because you go through it, you mess up. Just like on some of the ones you did, you went through it, you messed up, and you learned. You go through it, you mess up, you learn. Now you better. You go through it, you mess up again, you learn more. Now you're an expert. You go through it, mess up again, so forth and so on. So I would recommend find your pace first before you start being hard on yourself. Get a rhythm. Oh, I submitted 2 this week. Oh, I submitted 2 next week. I submitted 2 the week after that. And now you know 2 is your limit, and then push yourself. Okay, this month I'm gonna do 3. And then when 3 happens, let me do 4. And then keep going and going and going. And then of course you're in the community. We're here to support you. But I would recommend if you have people in your area, family, friends, your daughter, let them see you work. Explain it to them how I explain to you guys, how I teach you guys, explain it to other people. Because when you start teaching other people, you get a little excited. Because people now, like you're teaching other people how to do stuff. You're going to get excited. You're going to get motivated. And actually, whether you know it or not, they're going to motivate you to do more stuff the right way or do what you're supposed to be doing because now they're looking up to you like, oh, that's the teacher. So the teacher's supposed to be doing on this level. And so now you're going to be like, oh, dang. I done messed myself up because now I got to stay on this level because this person is watching me. It's motivation. It's motivation. So I would say find a group or find a, family or people that's got like-minded ambitions like you who want to get in government contracting or not even just government contracting, just who want to expand their business, like business-minded, want to develop, want to grow and use that. You feed off of that. That's what I would say.
Okay. I get you, and I want to say that the YouTube shows that you put on there are very informative. I always try to catch you live, but then I forget because you're in Texas and all that crap. But I always watch the replay, and so I get answers and motivations from that. And I always say in the back of my mind, I know I'm older than you are, but in this instance, you're more educated than I am. And I said, don't get this wrong. I said, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's your little dig right there? I'm just joking. I'm joking. If she could do it, I definitely could do it. No, I'm just playing. No, but you absolutely right. You absolutely right. If I could do it, you can do it. And you can do it. Everybody can do this. I know it's gonna be horrible, Miss Cheryl, but I love y'all accents. I'm gonna do my New Yorker. It's stupid easy. It's stupid easy. Okay? It is. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And remember, this is not hard to do. If you can talk to people, you can get a quote. You good, man. You got this, Miss Cheryl. I feel your win coming. I feel your win coming. It's coming. You just don't give up.
All right.
I promise you. But thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. I'll see you in the community.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. See what I'm saying? People need that motivation. People need that inspiration. And like I said, if somebody could, baby, let me tell you, I wish AI could create motivation. Shoot, I go create that right now. If AI could create motivation, boy, I would be. Y'all would never see me. I would quit everything because I would be so rich. Motivation is out there. So as you guys can see, Miss Cheryl is in my community, so she gets motivated. She watches my videos; they're informative for her. But she struggles too. Everybody struggles. That's why this workshop is the best thing for you because I am there to push you through. I am that coach that's like, go, get it. Give me 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And at the end, you're going to get your result. So once again, before I get off, the Watch Us Submit Dallas workshop, 3-day intensive, is the end of towards the end of July. Go to the proposalproacademy.com/training to go look at the what is available to you and what we will be doing. I am doing a fast action bonus, expires June 30th of 1997, and then it's going back up to 2500. So go get your tickets now. It's going to be an event not to miss. Okay. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm about to go ahead. Hold on. Give me a second. I turned off my hotline. Let me change my voicemail back. And I want to let y'all know this hotline is open upon my availability. Okay. So it might not be open every week, but it is. But guess what, guys? You can text me any time. You can text me anytime if you got questions. I answer all text message every Saturday. I mean, every Friday. I answer every single text message every Friday. Just like I read every single comment that you guys have. All right. So I want you guys to be encouraged. Know that government contracting is for you and you and you and you and you. Don't give up because your win. Remember, it took me 3 submissions to win my 5-year contract. It took care of me for 4 years. They canceled 1 year, but took care of me for the next 4 years. And all I had to do was submit. I submitted 3. How many do you need to submit to win? You'll never know unless you submit. All right, guys. I am out. I will not be live at 8 o'clock tonight. This is my live. I might go live earlier on Saturdays and Sundays. I will not probably be live tomorrow because I'm going to Juneteenth, y'all. No, that's not tomorrow. I thought it was tomorrow. Forgive me. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to get some water. If you need me, call me. If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far, don't worry, baby. Just call me if you need me. Go book a call in the link in my bio. Go to the website. Do all that good stuff. All right, guys, I'm out. I will see y'all later. Have a good night.